Welcome to Phase 1 of the Pantry Clean Out Challenge. Let's have some real talk about your family or anyone else who lives in your home. If you watched some of my other video courses on foodcoachme, you've probably heard me say this before, but just the same, I need to say it again. For you to succeed in your journey to health, you cannot have your most tempting foods on your home turf. When you struggle with food, whether it's a true addiction to food or simply a great deal of enjoyment that comes from food, it can be a very complicated process to cut it out from your life entirely. You've heard it said before, and perhaps you've said it yourself, that you cannot quit food. You cannot avoid food for the rest of your life. You will be surrounded by tempting foods. You will have food show up unexpectedly. But there is something to be said for controlling what you can control. You may feel you don't have much control in the food that is in your house. You have children to feed, you have a picky spouse, you have family bringing in fast food or pizza or whatever. It's very easy to think, I just have to not eat it and I can't ask them not to. I'm the one that chose this. There may be some truth to that. You cannot and probably should not tell your spouse what to eat because at the end of the day, they're a grown adult. They need to make their own food choices. But what you can do is have a good, honest conversation with the family to recruit their help in supporting you. There is nothing wrong with asking your family to support you, and it is different than forcing them to change. The first place I would start is with yourself. Spend some quiet time asking yourself what you need for the best success. What foods are too tempting for you to have in the home? There are some foods that your family may enjoy that don't tempt you too much. That's no problem, and we will address later in the course how to best store those foods in your pantry. However, if there are some foods that are just too tempting for you, it is okay to ask the family for that food to be on the contraband list and kept out of the home. You can also invite them to add their own foods to the list in case they would really prefer something to not be in the home. Depending on the age of the children in your house, it may be best to have a meeting with your spouse before talking to the kids. Start within your own marriage and recruit your spouse to help you with your own health goals, as well as get him or her on board with improving the foods provided to the children. I encourage you to be a team in this area because you will need as much help as you can get when it comes to making food changes with children. Decide what foods you want to keep out of the house for their own sake, as well as your own, and what foods you are okay with them having on occasion. If your children are older, involve them in the family meeting and even recruit them to help with meal planning and cooking. It's helpful for them to learn the process of making healthy meals, and bonus, it's more help for you. Set a meeting, let everyone in the family know, come together and stay positive on how healthy changes help everyone and that you're in this together. Make a list of foods to keep out of the house and make a list of healthy foods that everyone either enjoys or is at least willing to try. Below this video, you will find a link to a food list. Print this out before your meeting and use it as a guide. Pass it around and have everyone list off some of their favorite proteins and vegetables. Let the family know you will be cleaning out the pantry and the refrigerator so no one feels surprised. It may seem funny, but food is very personal to everyone in all ages. Change is hard, and changing food is extra hard. So stay positive and stay in communication. It may be hard, but it's not beyond your abilities. You can do this, and you will be forever grateful that you did. Keep watch for the next video in just a couple days as we get to business and purge the pantry. See you soon.